20 years ago, music video maestro MCG vaulted to the directorial list with his feature debut, Charlie's Angels, a not particularly promising reboot concept that turned out a thorough delight. He then immediately began easing himself off that list with 2003's sequel, Full Throttle, the first in a string of big-screen disappointments. Apart from inspirational sports tale, We Are Marshall, arguably his best movie since then was Netflix's The Babysitter, 3 years ago, a rock-solid horror comedy in which his temptation toward overstatement was reined in by Brian Duffield's clever script. Alas, history repeats itself with a sequel from whose screenplay that writer is pointedly absent, and the charms of the predecessor once again get lost amidst bombast, witlessness and self-referentiality. This dud piñata dumps its contents of over-the-top gore and lowbrow humor onto Netflix worldwide September 10th. Fans of the original will no doubt tune expecting more high-grade guilty pleasure fun, only to get way too much of a no longer very good thing instead. Creative laziness is evident right away, as a brief recap of the first film's events is followed by new scenes that replicate prior ones. This is passably cute for a while, but it goes on, and on. No longer a bullied 12-year-old, having successfully survived discovering that his beloved babysitter B. Samara Weaving was a satanic blood cult leader, suburbanite cult Judah Lewis is now a bullied high schooler, because no one believed his story, and thus they all assume he's crazy. There's zero explanation as to why the disappearance of B, her coven, and 2 police officers had no apparent fallout. In fact, upon realizing their son still harbors these delusions, Cole's parents Ken Marino, Leslie Bibb plan on packing him off to a psychiatric institution. To escape that, he accepts remaining sole real friend/crush object Melanie's Emily Alyn Lind invite to ride along as she and her inconvenient muscle-bound boyfriend Maximilian Acevedo, plus sidekicks Diego Juliocesar Chavez and Boom Boom Jennifer Foster attend an annual lakeside youth blowout. Upon arriving there, they board somebody's boat, wherein more events like those of the first film occur. Spoiler provisos aside, the surprises aren't very surprising. You know what we're in for the second you notice that once-mousy Melanie is now styled exactly as Sexbot B was. A tough new girl at school, Phoebe Jenny Ortega, turns up to provide Cole an ally and escape vehicle. Later locations include rocky desert terrain, evidently this is the Southwest, and the requisite horror movie, Cabin in the Woods. Nemesis from The Babysitter turn out to be not so dead after all, though the screenplay credited to 4, including the director, uses them like recyclable cannon fodder, resurrected to be gorely offed again and again.